people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired. This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braille Orleans got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you. Welcome into another edition of Orleans Louisiana Live. We are live on tour. Good morning, everybody. And child, upon this Friday, Francesca Amacor is suing the wife of Big Tigger. Shout out to Pam Esquire for getting in there. Child, we'll talk about that another time. As you guys know, the Essence Festival Culture is starting today. And of course, you know, July 4th is tomorrow, so happy. We operate the Culture Day for tomorrow. And I think what I said in the title of this live is very true. That birthday party that the president is throwing, Essence will be more successful than that. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, Braylon, I don't know, because there are black people that will be idiots to make sure that the president has a good party. No, I'm telling you, that party will be a failure, like his existence is a failure, just like his administration is a failure, like his family is a failure, like his supporters are failures. Okay, all right. So, it's been, the Essence Festival Culture has been in New Orleans for 31 years, as old as I am. Could they move the Essence Festival Culture to another city? And where would they be is the question. So I came up with 4 cities. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. And I think the 4 cities I got, I think they all could definitely expand Essence in a very big way. So let's get to it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. Because one thing to know, and 2 things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whenever you're in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen, Moonves, and Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Eric Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. Your apps around this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do to talk about the Essence Festival Culture. It is kicking off today. Yes, indeed. I'm sure that they had a kickoff night last night before here. And honestly, tell you the truth, if I want to be real with y'all, I think there should be a kickoff day on the 2nd, right? The festival's the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, and then have an after party day on the 6th, right? So that's the 3rd, that's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So it's a 5-day event. That means you can make more money. Okay, just saying. All right. So let's get to this here. I saw this from blackenterprise.com and definitely want to bring this information to you all. Like I said, I wanted to succeed because, child, we need all the black events that we can have. Amen. 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 Black Enterprise Magazine and blackenterprise.com. Calls begin for Essence Festival to exit New Orleans amid Supreme Court decision. Online figure Damian Wheeler and Baltimore's mayor Brandon Scott seem in agreement that the festival should relocate to a state that respects Black voices. In the wake of the controversial U.S. Supreme Court ruling regarding Louisiana's congressional districts, a few online spectators are calling for the Essence of Festival culture to leave New Orleans. The Essence Festival, often referred to as the Party with a Purpose, shout out to Tom Joyner, is the largest annual cultural gathering in the United States. Essence Fest serves as a massive economic engine for New Orleans and the state of Louisiana. Activists argue that the festival's presence provides significant tax revenue and a global prestige to a state government that they claim is actively working to disenfranchise Black voters. Online figure Damian Wheeler and Baltimore's mayor Brandon Scott seem to be in agreement that the festival should relocate to a state that respects Black voices. In a post on Twitter, Mayor Scott appealed to Essence. The 92% told me y'all should be looking for a new home because them folk down there, they are doing what they are. They are doing what they do, being racist. Wakanda is ready. All right, now listen. Ooh, Lordy. The Supreme Court recently intervened with a long-standing legal battle over the state's redistricting. A lower court's order that would have required Louisiana to include a second Black majority district for the 2024 elections has been nullified. The move allows the state to proceed with a map that critics argue dilutes the voting power of Black residents, sparking immediate outrage and a push for economic boycotts. Excuse me, let me get my water real quick. Okay. Water is essential. New Orleans city officials and local business owners would suffer over the loss of the festival. Essence brings hundreds of thousands of visitors to the city each July, generating an estimated economic impact of over $300 million, according to Essence Impact Analysis. While the city itself remains a Democratic stronghold, the state-level redistricting decisions have placed the festival in the middle of a tug of war between cultural celebration and political strategy. As of early May 2026, Essence Ventures have not officially announced plans to move the festival. So that is the opening of our tour. And what do I think about this? I do think that politics definitely has something to do with how we relate as a society, right? If you feel that your voice is heard, right, that creates a climate for more Black things to come to your city, right, your state. Because think about this. If a state doesn't allow a Black district or doesn't allow Black events or a energy of energy of unity and being Black, then guess what? 10 times out of 10, you're not going to really get support for a space for Black people to be seen, heard, and embraced, right? So there is that there. Just okay. Make sure something here. This. Okay, we good. Okay, here we go. So here we go, everybody. From CNN Entertainment, shout out to them. Facing drama and politics, Essence Fest looks to make a comeback. Shout out to Lisa Reppers France. There you go. Shout out to her. All right, let's see that here. Tens of thousands of people are expected to flock to New Orleans this weekend to bask in the glory of Black excellence. The crowd, mostly women, will hear Michelle Obama speak and watch performances by the likes of Cardi B and Patti LaBelle. They'll fellowship, shop, and enjoy the city's cuisine. The Essence Festival of Culture has been held every 4th of July weekend since 1995, and this year's comes at a particularly fraught time for the magazine, the event, and the country. Once considered the pinnacle of festivals, celebrate the Black experience, the good the goodwill attendees had toward the gathering began to crack last year after social media was flooded with multiple gripes about the lack of on-site organization, late performances, and the feeling that it was turning against its core audience, because Essence is more about African American energy than the African diaspora energy. That will be Afrofuture, right? Which we have talked about Afrofuture Ghana and Afrofuture Detroit. Now, I believe they're going to do Afrofuture Atlanta next year, if I'm not mistaken. So that was the biggest thing, right? In both focus and values, the latter concern was particularly tied to an eyebrow-raising partnership with Target that came just after the shopping hub was boycotted over its shift away from diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI policies. It was not Firefest, but attendees felt that they deserved better. Add to that the political and cultural climate in the country, and Louisiana in particular, where a recently approved congressional map eliminated one of its two majority Black House districts, which we just talked about in the Black Enterprise magazine, blackenterprise.com article. Attendees like Rachel L. Grant, an associate professor at the College of Journalism and Mass Communications at the University of Florida, have looked forward to the festival because it is uniquely designed to really speak to the different aspects of Black society, Black culture, and Black history. But this year's attendees, some who have spent thousands of dollars on tickets, travel, and accommodations, will be paying close attention in hopes that last year was an anomaly and not the new normal. The coming days will answer whether Essence Fest is weathering a midlife crisis, or preparing for its homegoing. Hopefully, it is the former, weathering a midlife crisis, and not the latter, preparing for its homegoing. A rocky year in 2025. Grant says she ended up leaving one of the weekend night concerts around 2:30 a.m. as headliners Master P and Boyz II Men took to the stage far too late, and apex of annoyance during a tiring and disorganized event. Now, I just want y'all to know I have been keeping up with the news of the Essence Festival ever since the complaints have happened. So this is not ragging, dragging, hateration on Essence. Like I said, we need this event to succeed because, hello, that ish of a state fair in Washington, D.C. No disrespect to the people of Washington, D.C. One love, much love, all love to y'all. But that, no. And no. The Obamas or Joe Biden would have done a better job of making sure that festival felt seen, heard, and embraced by everybody. Hell, even George W. Bush would probably do a better job, okay? Listen. And listen, we love George W. Bush because he finds his Michelle Obama every time. Now listen, there's a video of him like rocking out to Tim's. By the way, can we just not be grateful that we have a person that actually likes us for us? I think at this point, people would rather have George W. Bush back in the White House than the dude that's in the White House now. But that's neither here nor there. Let's roll on. Other attendees echoed that sentiment on social media, describing the festival as unorganized, chaotic, and not leaning into the political concerns of its audience and generally losing its way. It's been estimated that more than 500,000 attendees, that's 500,000 attendees, have headed south during some years to enjoy the multi-day festival, which has grown to include not just musical headlines, but turned New Orleans into a beacon of Black beauty, wellness, food, film, books, and more. For the past several years, it has taken on even more meaning amid attacks on DEI. What better mission for a magazine, a staple for Black women, both centered on and reflective of their life experiences, than to throw an event that aims to always do the same. Icing on the cake, last year it had $321 million in economic impact and contributed 182.6 million to regional GDP and support more than 2,400 jobs, according to the festival's organizers. There's Keke Palmer there. Yes, indeed. The pressure to get it right, however, is real, as are the consequences of falling short, which is how Zaya Zane, a beauty influencer felt after monitoring online reaction from those attending last year. Zhang went viral after she posted a video last year taking Essence to task, what she viewed as an intentional shift toward trying to make the festival more appealing to a global audience rather than focusing on its core African American supporters. That was a huge thing of a lot of people last year. She told CNN she knows the same thing with the magazine, for which for years rather catered to more mature Black women. It's the aunties who hold the culture, Zhang said, and if it's no longer centering older women, or women that were here, if you're not catering to the people that hold the culture together, then what is this becoming? Who's to blame for the perceived shift is actually the subject of legal action. It all started in 2020 when a piece published on Medium titled "The Truth About Essence" took aim at the magazine's leadership, including entrepreneur Richard Lucas, who purchased the publication from Time Incorporated in 2018. The Essence brand promises fraudulent, the anonymous writers stated, as they called for leadership to resign and for major companies to cease doing business with the publication. The once exalted media brand dedicated to Black women has been hijacked by cultural corporate greed and unhinged abuse of power. At the time, Essence released a statement on their site saying, "The accusations are false and we fully deny them. We are not succumbing to a cancel culture. We're not going to defame anyone. We are not being hurt with hurt. We know there's a lot of pain and a lot of healing that needs to happen in our communities, but we don't have to destroy each other to heal," the statement read. "We will continue to do the work to be better every day and come together as an organization for each other and for Black women globally to build together and change together and to rise together." The post triggered an internal investigation led by two law firms that found Dennis and company executives did not engage in behavior that contributed to a toxic workplace. I appreciate that these independent reviewers clear my name, though the most important focus for me is the future of Essence, Dennis said in a statement at the time. Dennis stayed on as the owner and chair of Essence, guiding the vision for the company's growth and supporting the executive team, according to the statement. Caroline A. Wanga, a former Target executive who had been serving as Essence Chief Growth Officer, was boosted to the role of interim CEO in 2020. After the backlash last year's festival, Wanga filed a defamation lawsuit against Essence Ventures and its parent company, Sundial Media Technology Group, in New York State Court, which we have read that complaint here on Brainley's Virtual Tour Live, alleging she was made the scapegoat for the evening's shortcomings despite being on health-related leave from her position during that period. Ms. Wanga was not involved with the planning or execution of the festival in capacity because she remained publicly held out as the CEO. She was blamed by the public for the failure of the festival and faced significant backlash, including threats directed toward her and lies spread widely about her, according to the complaint obtained by CNN. Essence Ventures was silent amidst the ongoing backlash against Ms. Wanga. According to the legal filing, she stepped down from her role in March of 2025. CNN reached out to the company and Wanga's attorney for comment. Despite all, this year's event is moving forward. Amanda Butler, a marketing executive at Sundial Media Technology Group, the parent company of Essence, said the festival matters greatly to the brand, as it's always mattered to have a space that felt like home. It feels like you're connected. You see your people, whether you are of the older generation or a younger generation, Butler said. That desire to appeal to a cross-generational audience is evident at this year's event. Fresh off of her Oscar-nominated buzz for one battle after another, actress, singer, entrepreneur, dancer, model, like what can't she do? Tiana Taylor has been recruited to serve as chief curator. This year's musical acts include a mix of current hot artists including Cardi B and Kehlani, and more seasoned veterans like Patti LaBelle and George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic. And then this is Coco Gilbert of Aunties, and that's Amanda Butler there, a marketing executive at Sundial Media Technology Group. Now, the Aunties is a production company like the Black Promoter Collective, by the way. Shout out to the Aunties, by the way. Zane told CNN while she understands the loyalty to both the magazine and the festival, she believes that many who continue to attend the event are chasing that unicorn. They're chasing that film that no longer exists. Saying said that's why they're going to keep getting disappointed. A publication trying to serve many audiences. Lisa D. Lenoir, a critical and cultural media sociologist. That's a thing? Or maybe that's what I should have went to Kent State for. I didn't know that was a thing, but I don't think Kent State even offers that as a major. Actually, you know what? If I could go back to school to get a master's degree, I would actually go back for cultural media. I really would. But then again, some chapters are meant to be closed. You know what I mean? But I never stopped learning. Hey, man, just because you got your bachelor's degree does not mean you got to go back to school. As long as you are willing to learn, you are always a student. Amen, amen, amen. Who studies race, gender, and class at Indiana University Bloomington sees the struggle trying to appeal to all audiences. Right now, she said Essence is attempting to juggle audiences for both its print and digital publications, and the festival stands as a marketing tool to keep bringing people back to the well. Marketing and promotional events is really to keep the brand fresh and new in the eyes of the subscriber, Lenoir said. So it's a multifaceted approach that has worked well for publications in the past. Essence is unlike other publications, however, in that its cultural and historical significance in the Black community means that the expectations can be heightened. Lenoir believes the company might gain more by doing less. Something to think about maybe, is this the best vehicle for this time on the larger scale, or does it need to be like satellite festivals in different places to create more community? At least for this year, attendees like Grant are having to give the Essence Fest a chance for a do-over. You have a large conglomerate of Black and brown people from around the world understanding, coming together in a spot where everything is kind of just, she said before pausing, is really hard to describe. So, very good article. I do think that this is a pivotal festival for them. And when we read the daytime programming, right, it was a lot of programming, right? And I do believe that Essence has listened to the people when we read the daytime programming. Like I said, there was something for the film people. There was something for the fashion people. There was, content creator events going to be there. Food is going to be there. So I do think that they are trying to expand their audience. I can't blame Essence too much because it's 2026, where if you're not seeing heard and embraced in a particular area, they will not come, right? So how do you balance reaching everybody while also keeping the foundation of the soul that it should be for African-American women, right? Because African-American women are not a monolith. They are interested in many things, but how do you bring those many things together and make sure that the soul is still just as powerful, right? Just because you do a lot of things doesn't mean it has any impact, right? So I think that's where they are right now at Essence, right? So here we go from Fox 8. Shout out to Fox 8 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Led by Tar Roulette, let the good times roll, baby. City hopes to negotiate a new contract to keep Essence Fest in New Orleans, Louisiana. Controlled chaos filled the Morale Convention Center on Thursday evening as crews raced to prepare for day one of Essence Fest. Cranes, forklifts, and other heavy machinery worked in tandem to set up the stages and displays for the 3-day expo. Dozens of vendors and small businesses also spent the afternoon preparing and stocking their booths for the big weekend. Among them was New Orleans Gerard Warner, who was setting up the space for his luxury streetwear brand, the Loyalty Club. Warner said this will be the 4th year his company has sold inside the convention center and is eager to see the tens of thousands of people expected over the weekend. A lot of people recognize the brand, a lot of people don't. This puts a lot of eyes on us, he said. Warner and other businesses said Essence Fest provides revenue exposures that are difficult to match as the largest Black culture festival in the United States. But as Essence Fest contract with the city of New Orleans nears its end, some vendors are questioning whether the festival will remain in the city or move elsewhere. Following a news conference Thursday morning, Mayor Helena Moreno said she and Essence Fest organizers have begun discussing a new agreement in terms for the festival. We had to make sure we're on the same page for this year, and soon we will start reviewing and seeing what to do for next year, Moreno said. Both Moreno organizers emphasized they share a desire to keep Essence Fest in New Orleans, where it began in 1995. The festival has remained in New Orleans every year except 2006 when it moved it to Houston after Hurricane Katrina. The festival is also a major economic driver during one of the city's traditionally slower periods for tourism. A Dillard University study released last year found that the Essence Festival generated more than $321 million in local economic impact during the weekend's festivities. Local vendors like Warren said it would be sad to see the festival leave the city after decades of bringing people from around the world together under one roof. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, so I hope it will be renewed so I can keep doing it. He said, however, out-of-town vendors have mixed feelings about possible change of venue. Adrian Woods arranged his purchases, mugs, totes, and other merchandise at his booth for his company, Shades of Color. He said he has brought employees and large bins of merchandise from the company's Los Angeles warehouse to New Orleans for the past 5 years, with familiar faces stopping by each year. They come to see us, they come buy from us, and they repeat, they come back. He said, although Woods enjoys his annual trip to New Orleans, he said he's open to seeing the festival held elsewhere. I don't know if it's a bad thing to move around, but I hope it comes back somewhere, Woods said. Janae Monroe is wrapping up her 4th year at the festival once again displaying her sawdust 3D portraits of historical Black figures from Michelle Obama to Malcolm X. I think everybody's pretty hyped to be here this year. There's a good lineup. I've heard a lot of buzz. She says she hauls her work from her studio in Atlanta, but it's open to an Essence Fest closer to home. I'll go wherever they want me to go, but I will miss New Orleans if that's the case. So, with that being said, let's see this video here.
Ever wondered about the science behind a knock? ABC Legal does more than knock on doors. We eliminate the guesswork from service or process.
Vendors from across the world put their finishing touches on their booths before the festival opens tomorrow.
But as Andres Fuentes reports, they're questioning if this will be the last Essence Fest in New Orleans.
It's controlled chaos in the Montreal Convention Center, with crews setting up the stages and the displays for Essence Fest 2026. And vendors getting their booths ready for the tens of thousands of visitors.
We got like a 2-lane colorway.
One of the dozens of vendors is Gerard Warner with Loyalty Club, who specializes in luxury streetwear designed just blocks away in the Warehouse District.
A lot of people that recognize the brand, and then we get a lot of people that don't, so it really put a lot of eyes on us.
The festival's massive crowds fuel a lot of the artisans that come in from across the world just for the weekend, like Adrian Woods with his merch company, Shades of Color from Los Angeles.
They come see us, they come buy from us, and then when we repeat, they come back and they keep buying from us.
And with New Orleans & Company reporting hotel occupancy near 2025 numbers, artists like Janine Monroe, who brought her sawdust portraits from Atlanta, hope to see profits.
I think that everybody's pretty hyped to be.
By the way, there is a artist on LinkedIn. Amazing, just as amazing as this woman.
Here this year, there's a good lineup. I've heard a lot of buzz.
And while vendors are gearing up for a successful Essence Fest weekend, city officials are trying to make sure that this won't be the last Essence Fest here in New Orleans.
To make sure we were all on the same page for this year, and soon we'll start reviewing and taking a look at what to do for next year.
With Essence Fest contract with the city expiring this year, Mayor Helena Moreno says the city and the state will continue talks with organizers to keep the festival in New Orleans, something that local vendors want.
I mean, I'm born to read.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's go back for a minute. Oh wait, this dude look like Omarion.
Talks with organizers.
Now I'm not gonna lie. This sister right
Mayor
here,
Helena Moreno, expiring this year.
That sister got a little black in her. Okay, listen.
The city and the state
well, I'm sure she's gonna be throwing down. Okay,
to keep the festival in New Orleans, something that local vendors want.
I mean, I'm born and raised from New Orleans, so I would hope it be renewed so I could keep doing it, yeah.
But as for out-of-town vendors, they have mixed feelings about having the largest Black culture festival in the United States anywhere else but New Orleans.
I don't know if it's a bad thing for it to move around, but hopefully it's coming back somewhere.
I'll go wherever they want me to go, you know, but I will miss New Orleans if that is the case.
Both Mayor Moreno and Essence officials say that they're open for dialogue about how best to continue the festival here in New Orleans. The festival only operated in one other city in its more than 30-year history. That was Houston, Texas, back in 2006, the year after Hurricane Katrina.
Thank you, good sir. Appreciate that. Here we go from Fox 8 once again. New Orleans, Louisiana, led by Tyler Roulette, Let the Good Times Roll, baby, prepares to welcome Essence Festival with new attractions for attendees. We'll watch that video here in a second. Oh, okay, I thought it was on. Let's watch.
Incinerator garbage disposals are the only garbage disposals with induction motors invented, designed, and assembled in the USA. Our Badger Power and Advanced Series disposals feature DuraDrive induction motors for reliable performance, grind after grind.
Interesting.
Inside the Morial Convention Center, the setup for the Essence Festival was in high gear. The festival is a staple in New Orleans over the 4th of July weekend.
For more than 30 years, Essence and the city of New Orleans have chosen one another, very intentionally so.
With the dazzling backdrop, Essence officials, Mayor Moreno, and others took part in a kickoff press event.
And I can tell you unequivocally that the city of New Orleans is prepared.
Some Essence Fest lovers are already in the city. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the festival, all the concerts, parties, of course. That's my girl. And looking forward to all the great food New Orleans has to offer us.
What makes Essence special?
Seeing the celebrities walking down the street.
The chair of Sundial Media Group, under which Essence falls, says besides the big-name entertainers who will perform at the Superdome, the festival will have a lot of new things this year.
One, my favorite and what I'm most excited about is the DJ MD Car Show. And then we have Fourth Rope. So what many of you may not know is that Fourth Rope is the second largest wrestling platform in the country. And it is a Black platform.
Podcasters aren't left out.
The Essence Film Creator Podcast Festival. We're bringing the platform of creators to New Orleans. Give New Orleans creators a platform and exposure to national brands. Give them 4 studios where they can record.
Mayor Moreno says her administration did its final tabletop exercise,
where we just do like a whole rundown of everything from where are we with sanitation, what are the work crews, everything from where are like additional water stations to public safety, things like that.
Essence officials say the festival wants to continue to call New Orleans home. Now, Essence contract with the city expires later this year. Are you feeling confident at this point that that can be worked out?
I mean, look, I've been really excited to have a partnership with Essence, you know, during my time in the legislature, to the council, and now as mayor. And so I'm looking forward to the continued conversation.
I'm Sabrina Wilson, Fox 8, Local First.
Thank you, Sabrina Wilson, for that there. Now, they do have the full press conference online. Shout out to 4WWL. We will watch that here in just a little bit. But before that, though, here is an article from NOLA.com. Shout out to NOLA.com. Pressure is on for Essence Fest, rather, to have a successful 2026 in New Orleans. There we go. There we go. Yes. Here's why. Some fans have questioned why acts were moved and why performance times have been announced. Okay, that's a big deal. If you saying acts are gonna be here and times have not been announced, then you know you're messing up the flow of traffic for how people will connect to the festival. Like I've always said, the 2 things that determine anything in business is availability and accessibility. Availability and accessibility. Availability and accessibility. The Essence Festival culture dates back to 1995, but it seems as if Essence must prove itself all over again in what is shaping up to be a pivotal year for the cornerstone event of New Orleans, Louisiana, led by Total Relay, Let the Good Times Roll, baby. Otherwise, slower tourism season. The festival's 7-year contract with the city ends in September, and Essence officials have asked local and state officials for millions of dollars in subsidies to keep the event in New Orleans. Mayor Helena Moreno expressed concerns in March before creating a steering committee to try to avoid a repeat of 2025's fan frustrations over the late-running concerts, lack of communication, and a confusing super lounge revival. Some fans already questioning producers' approach to this weekend's festival. As of Thursday afternoon, a day before the Essence Superdome opens for 3 nights of concerts running from Friday through Sunday, Essence has not revealed performance times. Hopefully they have those times now because it is Friday. A week earlier, Essence moved 2 major acts from one night to another and added 2 more major acts. Now, I will say this, right? Sometimes when it comes to planning something this big, right, things do end up happening. So let's just say that maybe there's an act that, Essence wants to bring in and, they figured out the pay and all this and that. Maybe it might be a surprise that they're not going to announce. So they want to move that act to the first day because that kicks off everything. And maybe the artist said, hey, you know what? Coming in, well, usually everybody comes in probably 2 weeks before or a week before so they can get to their hotel and everything else. And, rehearsals and this, that, third. But maybe the artist just wants a day to rest and then they'll perform Saturday or Sunday. So that could be the case as well. Not excusing Essence, but just giving some context, conjecture, and connection there. Like I said, a week earlier, Essence moved 2 major acts from one night to another and added 2 more major acts. The last-minute show changes and announcements are a part of an effort to present the best possible show, according to Kirk McDonald, the CEO of Essence Fest, parent company Sundown Media Technology Group. It's really been driven by creativity and curation more than anything else, McDonald said Thursday following a news conference at the Ernest in Morale Convention Center. We continue to try our best to get all that done much earlier. The creative process, I've been reminded, can't be rushed. But I see I'd rather it all be done back in February. Okay, that's a huge admission there. We're learning evening concerts in the Superdome are only one facet of Essence Fest. Free daytime panels, promotions, and activations in the convention center, while thousands of attendees. Give me one moment, everybody. Because I just want to see some. I just want to see some. Loading. Okay. Because one thing that I was thinking, right, is don't worry, y'all. Out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. There we go. That's what okay. It's not really. It's not really. Oh, hey man, hang on. I know something. Okay. Damn you. Being used like Okay, that's something. All right, that's something. Don't worry, y'all. There's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Just trust me. Because I think there's really an untapped market for Essence. I'm just trying to find it. Okay, that could work. Okay, now I don't know about y'all, but is Essence doing anything with Champion Square? Because as we can see right here, hello, why can't there be a watch party outside for the concerts inside? Now I know what some of y'all going to say. Well, Braylon, if they do that, then what's the point of buying a ticket? Well, listen, you inside, right? If you mean to tell me I can watch Cardi B outside on Champion Square, then you have all the food trucks and everything else. That's more social capital for Essence. Let me see something. Is Essence doing anything with Champions Square? Okay, so they already are doing that. Yes, during the Essence Festival, Champion Square serves as a major hub for evening pre-concert activities. The square typically hosts free nightly block parties and live DJ sets featuring legendary emerging artists before heading in the Superdome. Okay. So here it is here. Now, this was out in May 10th, 2012. So in addition to Dougie Fresh, Dougie Fresh will host a Essence Musical Festival block party in Champion Square each night before the main stage concerts. Now, are they continuing that is the question. If they're not doing that, then maybe that's something that they need to do. And I think that will actually be, something that really could actually work out for them. So it looks like with Champion Square, it's just the check-in spot for the concerts, but they're not doing anything else there. It looks like. So I would say open up Champion Square, right, to be able to make it do what it do. And then I saw this too. Now this is the Mahalia Jackson Center for the Performing Arts. Beautiful venue, by the way. I don't know why they can't have watch parties of the live Superdome concerts here, right? So if you can't make it, then they have an overflow where they could pull down the screen and watch there. Or you could do the watch parties for the Superdome at the Smoothie King Center where the New Orleans Pelicans play. Just watch parties are a huge, huge, huge thing. So, but anyway, back to our article here. We're learning the evening concerts in the Superdome only one facet of Essence Fest. Free daytime panels, product promotions, and activations in the convention center draw thousands of attendees. In his remarks during Thursday's news conference, Sundial founder Richard Ludens trumpeted how Essence magazine, which launched in 1970 and was acquired by his company in 2018, has returned from a print hiatus. So Essence is back in printing, which is amazing. Also, Vibe magazine is also back in printing as well. Ludens praised redesign that boasts a larger format, higher quality paper, and greater emphasis on eye-catching photography and long-form storytelling. He played up Essence Fest's new affiliations with Rhapside with rapper Guns, rather, Fourth Row Pro Wrestling and Formula One racing in Cadillac. But if you don't know, Cadillac actually was saved by black people. Look up your history, everybody. Essence also leans heavily into its book fair, film festival, culinary showcases. But the Superdome concerts are the weekend's highest profile happenings in past years. Such superstars as Beyonce, Prince, Usher, Janet Jackson, Mary J. Blige has filled the dome during Essence. No comparable superstars are on the bill this year. Well, I mean, Cardi B is a big star, and then you have Patti LaBelle. Let's not reduce these people. Come on now. Now, if you say Braylon Lee is going to be at the Superdome, you will have her right to say, who is Braylon Lee? Why is he here? And why does he exist? You have the right to say that because I haven't earned the right to be in the Superdome. Although, I will say, doing Braylon Lee's virtual tour live from the Superdome during Essence Fest would be an extremely great honor. And also, too, can you imagine Kempire After Dark performing live from the Superdome? I do think that is something that Essence could do in the future, right? Is maybe for the daytime, right? You can have content creators do their show. So I know the Ladies Pound, Bondi Blue, Jamie, that's me. I think one of the sister, I can't remember her name, not to be rude to that sister, but love, great space to her. Lovely T and other content creators that they do, things like that. Maybe they can perform inside the Superdome. That could be the daytime. You could ticket that, right, during the day. And then at nighttime, you could do the big musical performances, right? So that way the dome will always have people in it, right? So, because honestly, if the dome is empty during the day, then there's got to be something to do during the day, right? I mean, or, you do Essence Fest Feud hosted by Braylon Lee inside the Superdome during the day, right? And you can have, celebrity, led teams. So one celebrity on each team and 4 fans, and there you go. So there's ways to make something happen there, right? Because, child, this was the scene for, I think it was for Lauryn Hill, I believe, but Essence came out and said, "Oh, y'all not gonna do Lauryn Hill like that?" So this was this image was taken 10 minutes before her performance started at 2:31 a.m. So basically, if you were outside the Superdome, you could have got a seat. Hey, can I get in see Lauryn Hill? Yeah, get your ass in here. They don't have a ticket. We don't have. We got empty seats. We got to fill it. Based on Ticketmaster seating charts, Essence won't come anywhere close to selling out the approximately 43,000 seats available each night. Right? So let's just say that each ticket came out to $185, right? Let's just say that. So let's do $185 times 43,000. That would be $7,955,000. Okay, if that was the case. That last year's concerts, which featured as many as 8 acts per night, ran hours behind schedule, may have deterred some fans from returning. This year, each night is limited to 5 acts. We're learning, McDowell said. We're heading in the right direction. The question is, should it be 4? We still believe that we want to over-deliver. Moving Patti LaBelle and Babyface. Even before 2026, before the 2026 festival's Friday opening, and faced headwinds. Executive turnover has been an ongoing challenge. Former Essence CEO Caroline Wanga recently sued the company for defamation. And the producer's ambition to finalize the full 2026 music schedule months in advance weren't realized. Patti LaBelle and Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, two Essence Fest favorites, dating back to its early years, both initially advertised for Sunday. Last week, Essence announced that LaBelle and Edmonds have moved to Saturday. Fans who already purchased their single night Sunday tickets expressed their displeasure on social media. Now that would piss me off. Now there's my wifey Jill Scott Lee. Looking, I'm just, hey man, praise him, hallelujah. Yes, indeed, along with the one, the only Miss Patti LaBelle. By the way, can I just say, I love it when black people love other black people, because Jill Scott Lee is looking like, they class! And she just is soaking it all up. And I do wish us as a people, excuse me, let me get something real quick, sorry, y'all. Oh my God, it is hot. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, hi, I'm back. I do wish us as a people would be more like Jill Scott Lee, my wife. That we just soak up more of us as a people. You know what I mean? Be excited, be of the experience. Most of all, be willing to make room for new contributions to be in our community. So, LaBelle and Babyface were rescheduled. McDonald said at the suggestion of Tiana Taylor, the Academy Award-winning actress and singer who is curating the 2026 Essence. Who's curating the 2026 Essence Festival with her creative collective, the Aunties. Oh, okay. So it's not just Coco Gilbert; it's also Tiana Taylor who's part of the Aunties. Okay, got it. In an effort to make the show better, this felt like the right thing to do to make that change. We had one idea agreed on nights, then Tiana came in and asked some questions. You think back to the Frankie Beverly Sunday night endings we used to do. That nostalgia, family stands together. Does that feel right for Patty? Patty wants to hype it up. We try to balance the show out so each night feels like it's telling a story that continues and each feel like they're a part of a single journey. The festival has tried to accommodate fans upset by the move. McDonald said in part by offering discounted multi-night tickets. Honestly, tell you the truth, I think what I would do, now this is just me, and I don't know if Essence has thought about this, but everybody who bought a ticket to see Patti LaBelle and Babyface on Sunday, they get to see Patti LaBelle and Babyface that Saturday on Essence. Okay? All right? And because they purchased the Sunday ticket, right? Or, I'm sorry. So, like I said, Babyface and Patti LaBelle was supposed to be for Sunday. Let them see them for free. And then also let those people see the Sunday concerts for free as well. That would be the best thing to do. Or you give each of them a $500 credit to shop in New Orleans. Something, right? Because that's not cool. If I am coming to see an artist and then I get bumped, that's not right. That's not cool. And that's flagrantly disrespectful. Needing some more male energy. Some fans may not have heard about the last minute lineup additions, right? Because they want a female lineup. Now you got to remember, Essence is a Black woman's platform. It is catered to African American women. Now, there are men that go to Essence. I'm going to be real with you. I've never been to Essence, but I want to go just to experience it. And I truly believe that, men who go to Essence, they're not doing anything wrong. They're enjoying the vibe just like we are. I mean, hell, if Jill Scott went to perform at Essence, you don't think I'm not going to go see Jill Scott? Even though it's a woman's event? No, screw that. Hell. Like, come on now. That ain't no sense. My God, Jesus, today. Sunday's tribute to Aaliyah, the contemporary R&B star who died in a plane crash following a video shoot in the Bahamas in 2001 was announced June 22nd. Essence wanted to celebrate Aaliyah because 2026 is the 25th anniversary of her death and the 30th anniversary of her landmark 1 in a Million album. Essence asked hip-hop icon Missy Elliott, who worked with Aaliyah on 1 in a Million and a close friend, to curate it. Both Aaliyah's family and Elliott needed time to decide whether to participate. McDonald said ultimately Aaliyah's mother, Diane Holton, and brother Rashad Holton gave their blessing. Worked with the family was just a longer process. McDonald said they had to get grounded in it. Now, I will say this. Anytime you're dealing... Oh, sorry, y'all. Let me show y'all that. Right here. I'll read that part one more time, y'all. So sorry. Right here, Sunday's tribute to Aaliyah, the contemporary R&B singer who died in a plane crash following a video shoot in the Bahamas 2001 was announced June 22nd. Essence wanted to celebrate Aaliyah because 2026 is the 25th anniversary of her death and the 30th anniversary of her landmark 1 in a Million album. Essence asked hip-hop icon Missy Elliott, who worked with Aaliyah on 1 in a Million and was a close friend, curate. Both Aaliyah's family and Elliott needed time to decide whether to participate. McDonald said ultimately Aaliyah's mother, Diane Holton, and brother Rashad Holton gave their blessing. The work with the family was just a longer process. McDonald said they had to get grounded in it. Now, I don't mind that because Aaliyah deserves to be recognized. And I think fans sometimes forget. Y'all get to see the final product. That's just like the beer and wine liquor department I work at my job. it takes my coworkers and me to keep that maintained. They just think, oh, it's always here. It looks so good. No, it takes work to make that look good. So, even though, artists are being moved, if there are artists also being moved to accommodate or to make way, what have you, to honor artists as well, I think that's just as important. And there are a lot of Leah fans that they would love to have something to honor her. So I'm glad that Essence actually made that happen. We can't ask for our culture to recognize our culture, and when they do make accommodations to make it happen, we complain about it. You know what I mean? So let's see here. There's a connection between Missy and Leah that wasn't as simple as, oh yeah, I'll do that, as much as I gotta sit with that and really figure that out. Can I do it what would look like, how I curate, because I can't do it alone. That took longer than booking a single artist. That was more complicated than booking Cardi B. Right. And not to mention, you got to think about the time schedule for everybody, right? Can everybody who they want to do it and everybody who has the feeling of can they be available to do it, that matters in the world of planning this out, right? Atlanta rapper T.I., who was slated to close Sunday night, backed by members of the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra, was also a late addition. Shout out to Jeezy, who also worked with an orchestra. I don't know if T.I.'s performance was inspired by that, but that's neither here nor there. The guiding philosophy for this year's performance was ladies first, McDonald said, but at a certain point, I also felt like it did have enough sort of male energy. T.I. was available. He's a friend, so we reached out. We wanted to do something for orchestra, so once we got the pieces brought together with the LPO, we thought that was a nice way to cap off Sunday night. And there are men who love rap, so they're trying to expand the tent. If we don't keep the tent updated, then they could shut down the tent, y'all. Just saying. Mothership had to land early. Fans hoping to see certain acts at a festival need to know performance times. Yes. The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival announced performance times for its 600 acts. 600 acts? How do y'all navigate that? A month before the start of the festival, by late Thursday, Essence still had posted start times for its 15 acts. One reason McDonald said is that some artists wouldn't know how much stage time they need until after rehearsals Thursday. But as those things change, what we're looking to do is not have as much downtime between acts, he said. Essence has confirmed that former First Lady Michelle Obama talk on the Superdome main stage will start Friday at 8 p.m. And funk legend George Clinton will make music history as Sunday's opening act. In 1976, the first iteration of Clinton's famed Mothership spaceship base debut at the Municipal Auditorium in New Orleans. 50 years later, he'll land a new mothership at the Superdome. The rapper Scarface and Big Boy, New Orleans' own Troy Trombone Shorty, Andrews, and Big Frida, other special guests are set to join him. His performance was originally slated for late Sunday, but was moved to 7 p.m. when attendees are usually starting to trickle into the dome. Long-term Essence Fest and former main stage DJ Melissa DJ Soul Sister Weber has frequently collaborated with Clinton's camp. She's concerned that fans won't get the message that the mothership is landing early at the dome. The set happens from 7 p.m. to 8:30, Weber said. I hope this information is widely communicated to Essence Fest goers in New Orleans because it will be a historic happening that people shouldn't miss. They won't miss it if they know about it in advance. And I think that is the article there. Yep. That is the article there. So then this article came out here from Verte News right here. So this is a Q&A with Kirk McDonald, the CEO of Essence parent company. It talks the future of the Essence Festival in New Orleans. This year is the festival's final contracted year. Essence parent company says it wants to continue partnering with New Orleans to strengthen the community. Oh, wait, Jasmine Robinson. I see the face card. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We love a beautiful black woman over here. Yes, we do. The 2026 Essence Festival Culture takes place July 3rd through the 5th at the Ernest N. Morale Convention Center and Caesar Superdome. It's the final year of the current multi-year contract with the city of New Orleans. Negotiations on a future contract are pending. Essence Festival is a massive tourism draw, a lifeline for some hospitality businesses struggling through the summer slump each year. But last year's festival left a sour taste in people's mouths. It had production hiccups, a decrease in ticket sales, and ended with overdue payments from Essence to the convention center and third-party vendors. There's also persistent complaints from local small businesses who feel shut out during Essence weekend. Kirk McDonald, CEO of Essence parent group Sundown Media and Technology Group, reiterate Essence commitment to New Orleans. For more than 3 decades now, Essence and this amazing city of New Orleans have chosen each other. Neither one, I think, after 30 years of that kind of relationship, would be quite what they are today without each other, McDonald said. Ahead of contract negotiations, Essence proposed Festival 365, a plan for year-round community engagement in the city going forward, and is asking the city and state for up to $12 million in funding annually to execute that plan. McDonald talked to Very News on Tuesday, June 30th, about the festival's partnership with New Orleans and how he sees it continuing in the future. This conversation has been edited for length and clarity. And also, too, here is document cloud here. Okay, I will read this as well because this document also has some very critical information. Okay. Very News, you recently said that Essence Festival and the city of New Orleans are an intentional partnership. Can you talk about how both benefit each other in this partnership? McDonald, New Orleans gives Essence an authenticity that simply can't be replaced anywhere else. That's why we love the city. It embodies creativity, resilience, spirituality, music, food, culture. I mean, that's New Orleans. That's always been central to the mission of this, from partying with a purpose to now something that we can think about going beyond that. At the same time, we think that we bring something significant in terms of economic activity, tourism, investment. Last year alone, the festival generated over $300 million of economic impact and support 2,400 jobs and returned back into the city over $40 million in tax revenue. So those numbers matter. But for us, the numbers are just part of the story. The real partnership is how do we actually work to be here before festival, at festival, and after festival, and strengthen the community and this place that you, the city, has allowed us to be in. And to give some context on how New Orleans really has sold, here is this commercial right here.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below.
One more time, y'all.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
There it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's continue on. Very News. When it comes to year-round community engagement in the city, what is that looking like right now? How would you like it to look in the future? McDowell, I think we're at a moment where we should begin looking beyond just like one moment or one weekend. We actually want to be year-round civic partners. Festivals or events are just that. They have a beginning and an end. But we think we've got, after 30 plus years now as an institution, institutions have to leave impact, they have to change the environment. We think that that's a real responsibility. We wanted to name it, so we're very intentional. So we are very intentionally proposed it as Festival 365. And so that means that presence, that's what we're working towards that objective means for us. And I think we should allow ourselves to change towards that. Give me one moment. I want to see something. Because they got a couple of buildings. And I know what some of y'all thinking, Bray, what are you up to? Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Been doing content for a while here, everybody. Okay, so listen. Okay, something. I'm trying to look for something in particular that would make a lot of sense. Okay, so that is that there. Let me see what else they had of. They had this. Okay, there's something. Okay, all right. Okay, I think I might have found something. Potentially, and potentially, I think I might have found something. Y'all know the biggest thing with me is anytime that I pitch you all something, it has to make sense. Even if it's from the point of view of fantasy, it has to have enough legs for me to be able to make it do what it do, right? So I think the thing that I just found though could probably be the thing. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. Essence making a festival 365 platform. Culture. Hub at which for sale on net. Main thing is I just gotta see how far that is to New Orleans. If it's not too far, then I am good with it. Oh, chop! Bet. Say less. Say less. Say less. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, y'all. It's all gonna make sense in a minute. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Copy that. Go. Like I said, I'm pitching this live, y'all. Okay. That will work for me. Okay, we'll get to that proposal here in just a little bit. Y'all will understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Out of my rambling comes greatness. Out of my pausing comes the vitality of energy. Just give me some time there. Okay, here we go. Birthday news. This year's festival has happened in the context of more challenges to Black political power and voting rights, including, where do you feel like Essence Festival fits into that conversation? McDonald, if you think of the Essence magazine in its earliest versions, rather, all the way till now, we've created safe spaces, safe places. People can learn, exchange ideas, hear different perspectives, and then themselves participate in that conversation and subject matter. So civic participation has always been a part of the mission, whether it's voter education or economic empowerment, and any discussion we can have then around whether it's public policy or local community things are important. So if we can make the citizenship informed, that's going to strengthen the community. Our role isn't to then go tell you what to do or which way to act or where you should get engaged, but we do think we create a form of safe space in a place where you can have access to the information and then use that information to become self-powered. Birthday news. Recently, in the past year or two, I've been seeing criticisms of Essence Festival and the publication for its program being a bit more inclusive of other Black people in the diaspora and perhaps shifting away from a focus on Black American culture and identity. What would be your response to those criticisms? McDowell, at some place there, we have to own the responsibility of being broadly more communicative, that being inclusive isn't trying to be exclusive. Essence has always been rooted in the lived experiences of Black Americans. So that foundation is not going to change. At the same time, Black culture has always been connected across the diaspora. Music, entrepreneurship, faith practices, creativity, those transcend borders. Often they borrow from each other and lend to each other very willingly. So we don't see celebrating those connections as replacing Black American stories. We instead think that it's enriching those stories. So our responsibility is to continue centering Black American experiences, but we should also use the opportunities we can to recognize global influence and really what is the interconnectedness of Black culture. Birthday news. Another thing you said recently is that New Orleans is the cultural capital of Black America. Can you explain more about why you see the city in that light? There are very few other cities, I would say, in the world that capture music. This is McDonald talking. Music, cuisine, traditions, language, religion, the importance of family, the importance of community, and community activity. When America celebrates those things, there are great cities all across the United States, but New Orleans stands out distinctively. Maybe it's the attachment to even the music of jazz, which is this hugely collaborative experience. I think your celebration around Mardi Gras Indians preserve traditions unlike anywhere else. The city's food, its architecture, its spirituality, it has never simply reflected by culture. I think it's helped create some of it. Birthday news. If you had the chance to be a regular attendee at Essence Festival, which panels, events, or concerts would be must-do activities for you? McDowell, I would spend my mornings at the convention center. I think this year I would visit the Wellness Experience, and then just because I think it's important for the future of our community, I would get away to the Entrepreneur Showcase as well. You can't get to both of those without walking through the marketplace. We love the shops and the vendors, and even if it wasn't about spending money, I would just talk to some of the business owners there. I want to find out things there. I would find out the things I want to see from the global Black Economic Forum stage for sure. That to me is a full convention center day. I'll go grab some food, I'll get some rest, I'll put on my party fit, and then the Superdome for concerts. I think throughout all of that, the one thing I would say is most important, I would enjoy meeting other people. I think we forget about the power of human connections, and that's what the festival is all about. Final thoughts. McDonald, even at 30 plus years, we need to stay in the state of constant reinvention of what's important to our communities. And then what does the city of New Orleans, in essence, do to make sure that we keep bringing that newness that comes from a new relationship, the excitement of a new relationship and all of its new potential. Now we both get really excited about Dane for the next 30 years and delivering for the community that we serve. Virtually do. So I like that Dane analogy. McDonald, you don't want to be like Estelle Marriage. That's how things get on the wrong track. So shout out to Virtual News for that. All right. So with that being said, we do have the opening press conference. We're going to watch that now, and then I'm going to talk about some cities that I believe could be the home of Essence Festival culture. So we're not done. We are far from done. We are live on tour.
Ever wondered about the science behind a knock? ABC Legal does more than knock on doors. We
want to welcome you to the 2026 Essence Festival of Culture presented by Coca-Cola. And this way, insert applause. Yes. All right, good. Now, it feels good to be in the room. I see so many people this morning that I've worked with over the years, folks that are important to the culture, people that are making moves. We got press, we have partners from the building, city leaders, we have community leaders, the Essence team, and then the folks who help make this weekend happen every year and each continuing year. I'll introduce myself. If you don't know, I'm Wild Wayne from Q93 FL, iHeartMedia. You're New Orleans replicants from the South Ward, from New Orleans. Let's do the thing. I'll be with you this morning, and then you'll see me all over town doing things. Here at the convention center, in the dome, in the afterparty. There's a lot of afterparties. I'll just tell you now. Pace yourself. I tell people to pace themselves. And one of the sound providers, one of the contributors to the culture that holds it down is my good friend DJ. Just give it up for DJ just one time. She keeps the music rolling, and you'll hear a number of the artists that are performing this weekend at Essence in her mixes. And she's going to get busy today and throughout the festival. Now, if you know Essence Festival, then you know this weekend is bigger than just a schedule. It's concerts, it's conversations, the food, the beauty, the small businesses, the creators, the families, the aunties, the unks, the cousins, and the people who planned this trip months ago right here to the 504 to New Orleans. There's people that just landed, they got people that are putting their fits together, people that's trying to adjust to this heat and rain out here. But we're going to be just fine. We got a big weekend ahead. And that, in fact, is the spirit of this city and this movement. Now, this morning, we want to welcome you in, and we want to share what's ahead. We want to thank the city and the partners who helped bring this experience to life. And we're going to kick it off with the CEO of the Orleans Memorial Convention Center. Please give it up for Mr. Jim Cook.
Grateful to Richelieu and your entire team for your partnership, for the way that you bring our whole community together to welcome the world and to celebrate all that Essence celebrates across the
This mic is low, child.
So grateful for you bringing our people to work on a weekend like this. This is such a great time. We'll be welcoming tens of thousands of people to the Ernest N. Morial Convention Center, and they will be exploring all aspects of culture with your program, and it is so exciting. Our team's been busy working on this for a year, since last year, and our team's been active in the building well over a week. So thank you for bringing us to work. We're excited about this weekend and grateful to have you all with us. Here's to a fantastic weekend. Thank you.
All right, that was Mr. Jim Cook, CEO for the Ernest N. Memorial Convention Center. Now, to open us up, we're going to bring up someone that has helped lead the vision for where the festival is headed. I want you to make some noise, get loud, and please welcome Mr. Kurt McDonald, CEO of Sundown Media Technology Group.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Welcome to New Orleans, and welcome to the place where, for one extraordinary weekend each year, culture becomes community. Welcome.
Now, to our friends in media, to our partners, our sponsors, to our community organizers, and everyone whose hard work makes this festival possible, we also say welcome. It's wonderful to have you all here with us. You know, for more than 30 years, Essence and the city of New Orleans have chosen one another, very intentionally so. Not because tradition alone is enough, not because it's always easy to make this decision, but because together we built something the world simply can't replicate. Every July, hundreds of thousands of people travel here. They come for the music, they come for the conversations, they come for the food, the fashion, the beauty, and the celebration. They leave with something even more valuable though. They leave reminded of the power of human connections. And I believe that matters more now than ever before. We live in a world where we often feel divided. We always feel in conflict, where technology is changing everything and nearly everything we touch, where so many things compete for our attention. Connection, trusted connection, has become one of the most valuable currencies we have. Essence Festival reminds us that the most meaningful experiences are still profoundly human experiences. Here, people don't simply gather, they reconnect with one another, with family, with friends, with culture, with purpose, and with possibility. That has always been the mission of Essence. And tomorrow, together, all of us begin another remarkable chapter in that story. You know, in just a few days, our nation will commemorate the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Milestones like that invite us to reflect a little bit, not only on where we've been, but on who we aspire to become. Essence has always understood that the American story cannot be fully told without the story of Black America. For more than 55 years, Essence, starting as a magazine, has documented that story. It's celebrated that story. It's protected it. It's questioned and challenged it, but it's also expanded it. And it's helped write its next chapter. This weekend, we continue that work. Not by looking backwards with nostalgia, but by looking forward with some hope. Because culture doesn't simply preserve history, culture creates the future. Last year alone, Essence Festival of Culture generated more than $321 million of economic impact in this city and state. We supported more than 2,400 jobs. Returned $46 million of tax revenue into this community. Those numbers matter, not because they're big and impressive. Those numbers matter because they represent people, human connections. That's what matters. Hotels filled, restaurants thrived, musicians were working, small businesses were growing, families were earning a living, entrepreneurs finding new opportunity. That's what impact looks like. We're also grateful for the continued partnership of the Coca-Cola Company.
Amen.
3 decades long.
At least they listen. They fund their self behind
that partnership
a Black platform. That's huge. Y'all know DI's been attacked for a while now unnecessarily.
That has helped turn an event into an institution, has turned a weekend of moments into lasting impact. We are so grateful for that partnership. But the numbers don't only tell a part of the story. What makes the festival extraordinary isn't simply what happens inside the convention center or the Caesars Superdome. It's what happens across all of New Orleans. It's the conversations, the creativity, the food, the music, the beauty, the entrepreneurship, the simple joy. It's the families who make this trip every summer for decades, and it's the first-time visitors who don't really know what they're in for just yet, do they? Essence has always believed that you're going to show up in a city, you should show up fully. And that's what this city invites. That means wellness programming, health screenings, financial literacy, youth sports, economic opportunity, not simply for the festival attendees, but for the people who call New Orleans home. Through partnerships with the Black Heart Association, Operation Restoration, Brilliant Minds with Dr. Judd Lee, our Community Commerce Collective, and many others, we've worked to ensure that the impact of the festival extends well beyond just the weekend. This year, we've gone even deeper, from Juneteenth programming with the Louisiana Afro-Indigenous Society to create to heal, supporting formerly incarcerated women, to youth wellness experiences at Ashe Cultural Arts Center, to an expanded community commerce collective. We're building something designed to create value long after the music ends. This isn't about changing who we are, let's be clear. It's about expanding the work we've always believed we were called to do. None of this happens without your partnership. None of this happens without your support. So today I want to recognize the city of New Orleans again, the state of Louisiana again, our civic leaders who are here with us, our sponsors, our volunteers, and our community organizations. And the extraordinary Essence team. Can I get a round of applause for this team that has worked?
It does take a team to make something happen, y'all.
Now, I want to take a moment to call out two leaders who are in the room today, who represent the partnership that this has been. First, Mayor Helena Moreno, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for everything you do to build for this city and for the partnership to ensure that this festival continues to call New Orleans home. I also want to acknowledge our former mayor, Mayor Mark Morial, who as mayor of this city more than 30 years ago had the vision to say yes when Essence came calling. We owe you a debt that this city and the festival should never stop honoring. You know, I learned something over this past year. The strongest partnerships aren't built because everyone agrees all the time. They're just not. They're built because everyone agrees on what matters and how to put the work in to make that happen. For all of us, that means serving the city very well. It means that this is about creating opportunity for your local businesses, welcoming visitors from around the world, and ensuring that every year Essence leaves New Orleans a little stronger than the way we find it. That is a responsibility we take very seriously. Now let's talk about what's ahead, because you guys want to hear about that excitement. This year's daytime experience is unlike anything we've ever created. The Ernest Memorial Convention Center has become a true cultural destination, and the Essence main stage with Tisha Campbell and Lauren LaRosa, the book festival curated by Nicole Hannah-Jones and Mara Brock-Akil, the food and wine festival with Chef Nina Compton. More than 600 films were submitted from creators around the world. You will enjoy BeautyCon, Unbothered and Well with Kiki Palmer, the Suede Men's Experience featuring DJ Envy, and a first for us, the Car Show, the Global Black Economic Forum, New Voice Villages, and all of it brought together through the extraordinary creative vision of our chief curator, Tiana Taylor, alongside the aunties. This year, the convention center isn't simply where programming happens, it's where the conversations start. And then there's the Caesars Superdome, 3 unforgettable nights ahead. Friday night, Cardi B making her Essence debut alongside an incredible former First Lady in Michelle Obama. Saturday night, Brandy and Monica will share the stage once again, and then the incomparable Patti LaBelle. Sunday night, George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, closing out the weekend alongside this very special tribute celebrating the life, the legacy of Aaliyah, curated by Missy Elliott. You got hip hop, you got R&B, soul, funk, across generations, one stage, one community. To our friends in the media, thank you for being here. It matters. Thank you for helping tell this story with care and with accuracy and with continued curiosity, because the story of Essence Festival is bigger than the attendance numbers. It's bigger than the headlines. It's bigger than any one performance. It's the story of what happens when a city, a community, and a cultural institution choose one another, as we've done year after year. People often ask me in my tenure with Sundial and with Essence, what makes Essence Festival different? My answer tends to always be the same. You know, we don't simply make content and produce events, we build community. We don't simply entertain, we create connections. We don't simply celebrate culture, we shape its future. And perhaps that's why this weekend matters, because culture isn't something we inherit, it's something that together we build. So this weekend, let's celebrate the artists who inspire us, the entrepreneurs who build, the storytellers who challenge us, the partners who believe in us, the partners who support us, the city that welcomes us, and the community that has carried Essence for more than 50 years. Welcome to New Orleans. Welcome to the Essence Festival of Culture. Now let's make history together.
That was very good.
And now let me introduce to the stage someone who doesn't need introduction, our chairman of Sundial, Richelieu Dennis. Please come up as we talk a little bit about what's new this year and the innovation we plan to bring as we transform this experience with you. Richelieu.
Well, thank you, Kirk. Good morning, everybody. And I think Kirk did a really good job of thanking everybody, so I can get straight to what I want to talk about and not have to worry about forgetting anybody. So if you don't feel like you got thanked and you should have been thanked, blame Kirk. But no, seriously, thank you. It's wonderful to be here this morning. I typically don't speak at these, but I'm excited enough to muster up the
Now, I will say this, right? If you're the face of the company, right, and you say you typically don't speak at these, I personally have a problem with that because this is your event. You should be excited, be like, oh my God, we are here. Like, and maybe it's because I don't have a position like that I would feel such an honor to be like, oh, some of y'all think I'm important, right? But that's just me. Let's continue on.
energy to do it this morning because I want to talk about innovation, right? When you take a brand that's 50 plus years old, you take a festival that's 30 plus years old, and you've got to make sure that it stays here another 50 years, another 30 years, another 100 years. You go through growing pains. You have to make decisions and you have to do things that aren't going to be popular with everybody, but that are in the best interest of everybody. And so what we've been doing for the past 2 years is transforming. And unfortunately, we have to do it very publicly, but also fortunately, we get to do it very publicly. And because we get to do it very publicly, we get to learn, we get to listen, and we get to take that learning and then execute it. And then the best result that comes out of that is when people can see it and say, oh, that's what my feedback was. Oh, that's where this is going. So I want to start this morning with what you have on your chairs. This is Essence Reimagined. The physical book that you grew up with, that your mother grew up with, that your daughters are growing up with, is also now taking the turn for the next generation. So what you're seeing now is better paper, larger size format, incredible photography, deep storytelling, which is what's missing today from our community and from our publications. Long form storytelling, where you can sit and read and share and be proud to learn something from somebody that you admire, but also now have the ability to give that feedback and share what you've learned. So we're very, very proud of this book. And what makes it even more astonishing.
By the way, Essence is a magazine, not a book, but that's neither here nor there.
Are the beautiful ladies that have taken on the task of curating this festival experience that you're going to have this week on the front. And then the woman that has put us on her back and taking us through these very, very tumultuous times, right? And is providing us the stability, and in here, the words of how she's thinking about where we've been and where we're heading. And so very important that we have this type of content in our lives, not just the quick, fast stuff that gets thrown up, but deep thought that's driving our community and that our daughters can now look to emulate. So that's the first big thing we got today. The second big thing are the new experiences. When we talk about the Essence Festival of Culture, it's really capturing all of those things that not just drive our culture, but that also stabilize our culture, that bring our culture joy, that bring our families and our communities together, that keep us together, that gives us things that we can all relate to, that we can refresh from, and that we can take the learnings and go home. So you're gonna see the programming this year extraordinary.
Sorry, y'all.
But there's also some
she
incredible
was black.
new things that are coming in. One,
She looked
my
beautiful.
favorite and what I'm most excited about is the DJ MB Car Show. All right. That's gonna be you're gonna see there a collection of American history, American muscle, all through and through, all years, all generations, all the things that your dad worked on, your granddad worked on, that your sons worked
For
on.
them trying to bring in more of a male focus to the festival.
I'm proud to announce we have a new partnership with Cadillac F1. They're doing the barbecue on Saturday. So bringing F1 and Cadillac to New Orleans, very, very exciting, right? It's a sport that's growing very rapidly, and it's a sport that is inviting us in. And so being able to bring that to New Orleans, I think is extremely exciting. And then the team that worked on that did a phenomenal job making sure that it happened. And then we have Fourth Rope. So what many of you may not know is that Fourth Rope is the second largest wrestling platform in the country, and it is a Black platform. So as we talk about developing Black businesses and Black infrastructure and in the Black community, as live sports is taking off, this is the place for us to start to experience that. So you're going to have Fourth Rope here this weekend. So please go support on Saturday. And what people don't realize is exactly how many women not just participate in the sport of wrestling, but that are also big fans.
That's very true.
So
My sister was a huge fan of WWE, so there are a lot of Black women that love some wrestling. That's very true.
Incredible is the Essence Film Creator Podcast Festival. We're bringing the platform of creators to New Orleans. Give New Orleans creators a platform and exposure to national brands.
Now, we'll say this, right? I think something that could be cool for next year's festival, because I do believe this festival will come back. I do. I think the Essence 100 would be cool. Now, you know, there's the Ebony Power 100, right? But here's how the Essence 100 will work. It wouldn't work as honoring 100 people. These are 100 content creators from all around the country that would get an all-expense-paid trip to the Essence Festival of Culture to promote it. Okay, you work with Canon to give everybody a content creator kit. You pay for their flight. You pay for their room. You pay for them to go to the concerts. Okay, they get all access pass and everything else. Get to be a part of Media Row. I think doing the Essence 100 every year would be cool because, first of all, imagine if you got an email from Essence saying, congratulations, you've been selected as one of the Essence 100. We're going to fly you to the festival. I think that could be a great thing. I really do.
Brands. Give them 4 studios.
Oh, and not to mention, too, exclusive events only for the Essence 100.
Where they can record 3 on the main floor that they can do their own recordings in, and then 4 upstairs that are done professionally. The in that is a podcast pitch competition, right? There's also a microdrama pitch competition, right? In the book festival last year, we gave away 5 book deals in our partnership with Penguin.
Oh, that's
Looking forward to
amazing.
doing the same thing this year. I shouldn't say gave away. People earned, right? They competed, they earned.
They did compete, but also too, they did give away, through the power of earning 5 book deals. That's a huge deal.
We're looking to do the same thing in the creator economy, bringing the creator economy here to New Orleans, making this the epicenter of where those creators get opportunities and giving them opportunity to interact with the brands that we have as partners and giving them the opportunity to earn with those brands and to build with those brands. So when we talk Festival of Culture, you notice I haven't said anything about the music part. The music part is extremely important. it's what we do at night, but it's also the things that are underneath that fuel our community and that give our community the economic empowerment that it needs, or the economic access to keep growing and to keep going. The music is going to be incredible. It's always incredible. We're going to keep driving that, right? We're going to keep bringing those experiences. As Kirk said, really, like the thing I'm most excited about is T.I. and the Louisiana Philharmonica Orchestra on Sunday night. Like, come on, guys, all right? So that's what we mean when we say the Essence Festival of Culture. We're going to keep evolving. We appreciate all the support to get there. It's not been easy, and it's not going to be easy. We've got a lot of work to do ahead of us, but we're looking forward to it. And with partnering with this great city and the work that we plan on doing,
we're almost there, y'all.
We're going to get there. So thank you all. And Mayor Moreno, your turn. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you, Rich, and happy birthday. It's his birthday yesterday. So look, I am so excited to be here. And one of the reasons I'm so excited to be here is this is my first Essence Fest as mayor.
Now, I'm going to clap for this because, for one, I am genuinely loving her energy. Now, in the world of government, we don't have a lot of people who understand that life is bigger than just the responsibilities of government. She did not have to say that, right? So very, very excited that she said that there, right?
Essence leadership wanted me to come and talk to you today about the city's preparations for Essence, and I can
And you know what I might do? I might pitch what I have in terms of the cities and my big pitch for the Festival 365 maybe later on tonight. I might do that. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want this to be too long. I don't want to be too short, but the cities I have, we're going to go through them. And also, too, I have my hometown, Little Rock, Arkansas in here, in this plan. I'm probably going to have to put it in Cleveland as well, because I know, Cleveland, in the summer, it's right now, it's kind of, it's 93 degrees, but Cleveland is a black city. Okay. So listen, I'm going to present those cities, and the big plan I have for Festival 365, there's a particular building that is for sale, and I want to pitch that live. So I want to pitch that a little bit later on tonight. So probably after this, we'll give final thoughts and everything.
tell you unequivocally that the city of New Orleans is prepared and we are ready for Essence Fest 2026. We're ready to welcome, of course, the thousands of people who will be coming to our beautiful city. And we are so excited to be able to showcase the culture, the music, the food, and hospitality that make the city of New Orleans unlike anywhere else in the world. And we're ready to, of course, also ensure that everyone has a really safe, enjoyable, and unforgettable experience. Over the past several months, my team, along with Essence leadership, have been working really round the clock to make sure that we are prepared for this weekend. And I want to thank, first and foremost, every city employee who's been part of these preparations, from sanitation to public safety, who has helped to ensure that we have a really successful weekend. As we all know, much of their work happens behind the scenes, but it is essential to the success of the festival. And I do believe it's important to give credit where credit is due. So if we can give it up for the hardworking city employees that are ensure that this weekend will be successful. And of course, I also want to thank our Essence partners, our hospitality industry, local businesses and community organizations, because hosting an event of this magnitude isn't just about the city and Essence. It's really a whole team of stakeholders. It takes teamwork to get this done, and New Orleans really knows how to come together for this important weekend. And by the way, Essence is one of the most important weekends of the year for our city. It brings tremendous energy to our neighborhoods and provides a significant boost to our local economy, supporting hotels, restaurants, musicians, artists, retailers, and thousands of workers. But beyond the economic impact, Essence reminds the world why New Orleans is a cultural capital. To everyone arriving this weekend, we're excited to have you here. We encourage you to take in all of our city, visit our neighborhoods, support our local businesses, enjoy our restaurants, and take in the incredible music and culture that can only be found right here in the city of New Orleans. My administration is all in on making New Orleans the best host city in America, and that means being prepared, working together, and delivering an experience worthy of this great city. This weekend is a celebration of Black women. It is a celebration of culture, but it is also a celebration of New Orleans. And Kirk, you talked about the human experience and important and memorable moments that'll happen during Essence Fest. And last night, I had my annual Ladies' Night Essence Fest kickoff event at Gallier Hall. And one of those moments happened. We had the iconic, amazing Irma Thomas, who we were honoring last night. Yes. Who, by the way, was one of the artists who promoted the very first Essence Festival many decades ago. So last night we're honoring Irma Thomas. And in honoring her, the also phenomenal and amazing Tanya Boyd-Cannon decided to start singing It's Raining, Mayor Morial. And the music started with a drip, 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 and here comes Tanya singing. But guess what happened next? Irma took the mic and they sang together. And I can tell you that that moment is something that I will never forget. But to the women who were in that room, there were tears, there were mothers and daughters hugging. It was that moment. It was that human experience. It was that memorable moment. And those are the types of moments that Essence Fest brings. And so I'm excited for many memorable moments that'll happen throughout this weekend. So on behalf of the people of New Orleans, welcome to Essence Festival 2026. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy everything our city has to offer. And thank you for being part of this incredible celebration. Welcome to New Orleans.
Beautiful job.
And that was Mayor Helena Moreno. Up next, the Essence Festival of Culture is powered by partnerships, and this year, we're proud to continue celebrating with Coca-Cola as the presenting partner. Give it up for Coca-Cola one time. Now, they've been a part of the moment that brings people together across music, culture, food, celebration, and community. And that spirit is right here at home at Essence Festival. Right now, please welcome Stephanie Eady, Cultural Marketing Lead for Coca-Cola.
Oh, what was her name? Hang on. Well, wait, go back.
Time. Now, they've been a part of the moment that brings people together across music, culture, food, celebration, and community. And that spirit is right here at home at Essence Festival. Right now, please welcome Stephanie Eady, Cultural Marketing Lead for Coca-Cola. Now, please welcome.
All right. Y'all probably wondering, Brandon, why are you taking a picture of who is the cultural marketing director person at Coca-Cola? Because of the thing I just said. See, what people don't really understand is that if you really want to be somewhere in life, you have to know who
Stephanie Eady, cultural
lead for Coca-Cola. Say less. Thank you so much.
Marketing lead for Coca-Cola.
Good morning, everyone. It is so great to be here this morning. Literally just steps away from what's going to be another incredible Essence Festival. It's truly an honor to be back in New Orleans, to join all of you here to celebrate another incredible Essence Festival of Culture, number 31 for us, the Coca-Cola Company. There is something really special about, 31 years. There's something really special about Essence Festival weekend. There's really no place better to celebrate than right here in New Orleans. And we heard a lot about the magic and the specialness that New Orleans brings. It's a city whose rich history, music, resilience, and of course culture has really shaped the very spirit of this festival. You can feel the energy the moment that you step into the city. For me, when I arrived yesterday at the airport, there's joy, there's reunions, there's conversation, of course, music, food, and the culture all around you. It comes together in a way that only Essence can really create. And for more than 3 decades, the Coca-Cola Company has been excited to be part of this festival, this powerful celebration of culture, creativity, entrepreneurship, and community. We love how this festival helps create experiences that celebrate, uplift, and invest in Black women. This year, as our country commemorates its 250th anniversary, we at the Coca-Cola Company are proud to help celebrate a truth that has always been present, which is that Black women have never been on the sidelines of history. In fact, they've helped shape it every day.
Amen.
They are the entrepreneurs, the creators, the leaders, the mentors and visionaries. They build communities, create opportunity, and continue to move our culture forward. That is the inspiration behind how we chose to show up this year with our platform of Shining Together and our theme of Every Side Shines. For the first time, our portfolio of beverages are coming together in one experience. Coca-Cola, Simply Lemonades, and Smart Water Alkaline with antioxidant have all come together under one unified...
Now, you would think that Sprite would be a part of that. As much as Sprite has been a part of the Black community, I kind of feel a way about that. I'm just saying, from a brand marketing standpoint, from a brand marketing standpoint, I'm very surprised that Sprite is not part of that experience, but okay. All right.
Experience where each brand has a different expression of her shine. While together, we're telling the story that every side of her deserves to be seen, valued, and celebrated. That story comes to life through Shine City, just over here to my right. And it's one of our largest and most ambitious Essence Festival presents to date. And that's hard to do when you're here for 31 years. We're also incredibly proud to continue our partnership with the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. And we've invited them to come and be able to share what they do to champion, to drive advocacy, education, and economic impact for Black women and girls. Just steps away from our Shine City marketplace, we will feature Black-owned businesses, entrepreneurs, and community organizers that are driving innovation and creativity, as well as economic impact. At the center of Shine City, we have our City Square. It's hosted by Jamila Mustafa and once again, Charles Beloved Kirkendall. And through this weekend, it will feature cultural conversations, interactive experiences, community celebrations, and performances from artists like Mario, Coy Leray, Destin Conrad, Normani, and a host of others. These special guests will bring the spirit of shining together to life. Our commitment to investing in the next generation continues through The World is My Yard, which is our HBCU immersive experience. And the yard is open during the weekend of festival, where you'll be able to experience the legacy and excellence and the cultural impact of what historically Black colleges and universities really mean. For those who are looking to take a moment of recharge, the Smart Water Social Club offers the perfect space to reset, reflect, refresh, and pour back into yourself. Because we believe that caring for yourself is just as another important part of how you show up for your community.
Amen.
And while each of these experiences are unique, they are really united by one purpose: to celebrate Black women, to invest in communities, to create opportunities for entrepreneurs, and to support the next generation of leaders. To really help ensure that each person who walks through Shine City this weekend leaves feeling seen, connected, and inspired. This has been a partnership that really has been close to our heart for the 31 years together. And we continue to be inspired how we all show up and how we show up through this partnership. So on behalf of the Coca-Cola Company, to our partners at Essence, to the mayor and the city of New Orleans, thank you for your trust, your collaboration, and your shared vision. We also want to thank the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, our HBCU partners, the community organizations we've been partnering with, the entrepreneurs, the talent, all of the agencies, and the many men and women at the Coca-Cola Company who have helped bring Shine City to life. Most of all, I just want to thank everyone for joining me today. This is a wonderful weekend, and today is a really great way to get excited and begin the celebration of what's ahead. I hope that everyone here has an amazing Essence Festival of Culture experience, and you're all invited to join me at Shine City. Thank you.
Beautiful. Now, you're probably wondering, Braylon, why are you letting this press conference play? Because I believe if you're going to talk about a story, you need to let all of the story be talked about. Sometimes some content creators like to just showcase what they want to showcase. And I don't believe that that's fair, right? If you're going to give your commentary, it should be for the totality of what's happening. And I know that people ratted on Essence last year, but how can we say we want progress, but yet we don't at least hear them out on what they are trying to make progress on?
And that was Miss Stephanie Eady from Coca-Cola. Now, Essence has always had a deep connection to community, and that means people that come every year, that means people that live here, the businesses that open their doors, the culture bearers, of course, the local leaders and partners, they all come together to make this weekend possible. Now, the festival is about real relationships, and this is a relationship that matters. And to speak more about it, we have community impact and a person that works continuously beyond this weekend to make it happen. Please welcome Barku Tudman, Chief Community Officer.
DJ, keep playing that music and get loud. We got Essence Festival of Culture, people. Are y'all sleeping? Come on, DJ, let's go, let's go. We gotta wake this room up. I'm like, where are we?
Barku Tudman, Chief Community Officer.
DJ, keep playing that music and get loud. We got Essence Festival of Culture, people. Are y'all sleeping? Come on, DJ, let's go, let's go. We gotta wake this room up. I'm like, where are we? I'm hearing all this amazing thing happen from Kirk, Mayor Moreno, our amazing partners at Coca-Cola. I mean, Rich came over here and shared his book, because this book has been the bane of our existence, okay?
Not the bane of our
existence. Y'all gonna enjoy this room, let me tell you.
It's crazy work.
Because we all worked very hard. You all look amazing, thank you. Thank you, Wayne. I am Barku Tubman Zawolo, Chief Community Officer at Essence. And when we talk about Essence Festival of Culture, the stages are easy to talk about. And they should be. They are extraordinary. But what makes this festival unlike any other is what extends beyond them. You know, for us, Essence Festival is not 3 days. It really is all year round. And that's how we engage. Our relationship with New Orleans is not transactional. It is transformational. And the proof is not in the program name or a press release. It's in the people. So Vera Warren, I'm telling you some stories here. Vera Warren Williams. Miss Vera owns the Community Book Center right here in New Orleans for years. She has been a steward of give it up. She has been a steward of Black literature in this city long before Festival Weekend ever became part of her story. This year, Essence worked alongside her to help her bookstore secure the registration needed to be counted as an official reporting outlet for the New York Times bestsellers list.
Oh, wow, that is a big deal.
The power of Essence Festival of Culture, might I add. Sorry. I always go off script. Just I'm sure y'all know that.
So do I.
Books sold through a small,
y'all being human, okay?
Black-owned bookstore in New Orleans now helps determine which titles the country sees as bestsellers. That is local ownership shaping a national conversation. That's one story. Here's another. Through a pipeline program built to bring local entrepreneurs into festival economy, we have worked with New Orleans transportation companies, drivers who have been part of the city for years to help them build the credit to help them build the credit and standing they need to become full vendors at this festival. Some of those same drivers now carry clients well beyond July into Super Bowl season and beyond because of relationships that started right here. These are stories underneath the festival, the bookstore owner, the driver, the small businesses that opens its door to us every year. That is the infrastructure beneath the infrastructure, and that is why this festival can exist at the scale in New Orleans and why we are not slowing down. This commitment shows up across the weekend in our community engagement, civic education, voter engagement work in the Global Black Economic Forum, in entrepreneurships like the New Voices Power Pitch, and in cultural preservations that honor what makes this city the right home for this gathering. Our Community Commerce Collective, built in partnership with New Voices Foundation and the Louisiana Economic Development, creates a year-round pathway for Black entrepreneurs, not just access to vendor tables during festival weekend, but also business coaching, capital readiness, and a real ramp into Essence ecosystem that sustains beyond July. We also launched our Festival Ambassador Program, New Orleans residents embedded in festival operations, bringing the Essence brand to the community they live in, workforce development with cultural purpose. This commitment shows up across the weekend, in our community engagement, in civic education and voter education with the Global Black Economic Forum, supporting the city of New Orleans, and preservation that honors what makes this city right home for this gathering to the city.
You know what I love about this woman? She feels real. She absolutely feels real. She feels like an auntie that, like, listen, I'm excited to be here. I got a lot to get out of my mouth, but I'm here for the culture. And I think we tend to forget that in life sometimes we are a cruise ship. And it takes a crew to make the ship run. And so I believe that's why also too, we can't just have the Richard Lou Dennises of the world. We need people like this woman to be the personality that Richard Lou Dennis cannot have, because he probably doesn't have a personality. Just no shade, no hateration, no dragarization, just being honest. Okay, because I would probably be more of an MC for the Superdome than Richard Lou Dennis. Okay, this sister probably a Superdome host, right? So it's all within context, right? We're almost done here, everybody.
City of New Orleans and the host committee and steering committee and our other local partners, we want to say a huge thank you for your partnership, for always showing up. And all of our host committee members in here, raise your hand, because this happens with you all year round.
Oh, by the way, I am going to bring up the Festival 365 document during the 8:30 show. So be back here at 8:30.
I have to share a quick story that wasn't in the script, but I have to share it because just a few days ago, we had our Create to Heal, where our Essence Create to Heal, which is a part of our community engagement, where we meet women where they are, reminding them that they are seen. And we partner with Operation Restoration in Mavana, and we create a salon where they come and we just make them feel beautiful, makeovers, and just let them go live their best lives. And we also are in the Ashe Culture Center with something for the youth, with the drum circles. So all of that is happening right now, and some happened a couple days ago. But we want to talk Essence Festival, the largest festival in the country that centers the Black experience. We are talking about all of it. And we are grateful to have you here to help us share in this massive magic. So give yourselves a round of applause. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm ready to Essence Fest like crazy.
Amen. That was great.
All right, give it up one more time for Barku. Touched on all the important points. That's what I'm talking about. So we got a lot ahead. Of course, you know, there's the daytime experiences, there's the parties, there's the convention center, there's the dome. And it's going to be every facet from beauty to creators to great conversations and activations. And there'll be a whole lot going on. So pace yourself, I say, because it's going to be a long weekend. But before we move on to the networking session that we'll have at the end of this, and I'll let you know about media credentials and what have you, we'd like to say thank you. And a big thank you, because I'm native New Orleans, and I remember the first Essence. I did some of the parties. I've always done the parties. Downtown.
Careful about your history telling, brother.
These years, sometimes it's hard to see the long-term vision, but it just keeps gaining momentum. So give it up for all the people that make this happen every year and bring it to New Orleans. The musical, the economic impacts are so important to what we do here in New Orleans. We'd like to thank Coca-Cola as the presenting partner. Give it up for Coca-Cola. Stephanie Eady. Please, huge round of applause for my friend Mayor Moreno in the city of New Orleans. Big shout out to the host committee. Plenty of important people on there. All our community leaders today, the press from Essence, Sundial. Give it up for Sundial as well. All production, hospitality, PR, and the operations that help make this happen. This weekend does not come together by accident. It's a lot of work from a lot of people, and we make it happen in New Orleans. That's what we do here. So thank everyone that's a part of that. Before we send you off, my good friend DJ Jess, go ahead and hit that for me, because we need to wake up a little bit. If we're going to party in New Orleans, this is how you do it. R.I.P. to Frankie Beverly, but that's one of our native sons. And we're gonna jam a little bit right here. You can turn that up. We need some volume. We need to feel a beat here in New Orleans. But before we let you go, make sure.
Shout out to the female looking good. Hey man, the black female looking good. Yes, indeed.
Opportunities for you to join some of our very important people if you want to do interviews or get some photos. And also, if you go to the front and you're looking for your media credentials, they'll be able to give you more information on how they'll disseminate those. So once again, thanks everybody for coming to New Orleans. If you're visiting, all my New Orleans people, let's get to work. There it is. Essence 2020.
Shout out to the sister right there.
Wow, Wayne, thank y'all for coming out.
I see you right there. Hey, shout out to them for making it do what it do. A great press conference there. Like I said, definitely wanted to let that play for sure. Like I said, that's all I have for y'all. Let me see if I can find a positive news story, because y'all know we always end it with a positive news story. Be back here tonight at 8:30 p.m. Because we are going to talk about we're going to talk about Essence and could they move to a different city? What would that look like, right? So we're going to talk about that. And by the way, here's some good news right here from me at takeout.com. Yes, indeed, here, Cardi B. Now, this is a great way to kick off the 4th of July weekend. Cardi B scored $60,000 win after Tasha K. Break settlement deal. Cardi B is set to receive $60,000 from Tasha K. Shout out to my Wiggins there. After the gossip blogger violated a prior agreement by commenting online about the rapper's personal life. I'm sure Beth, being beautifully honest, is about to eat the vagina of Tasha K in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with a new video. The agreement filed Tuesday, June 30th, resolves a contempt dispute connected to Cardi's 2022 defamation win against Tasha K, whose real name is Latasha Kibi. Cardi, born Basilis Amazar, previously won a roughly $4 million judgment after a jury found Kibi liable for spreading false claims about her. Last year, Tasha K entered a bankruptcy agreement that delayed payment of the larger judgment as long as she avoided making disparaging public statements about Cardi B and her family. Cardi's attorneys later argued that Kibi broke that deal through social media posts and videos involving Offset and Cardi's estranged husband, and NFL player Stephon Diggs. Cardi's team said enforcing the agreement cost her more than $110,000 in legal fees. Under the new deal, Cardi agreed to accept $60,000 if Kibi pays on time, but Tasha K must pay $30,000 in a month and the remaining $30,000 by the end of the year. Finally, says both sides reached the agreement to avoid the expense, delay, uncertainty of further litigation. Let's check in on that GoFundMe real quick. Let's see. Oh my God, it's still right there. $15,723 raised. $3.5 million. Oh my God, child. Listen, that's all I got for y'all. I'll see you all back here at 6 p.m. We're going to have a conversation about the Emmys. What is going to happen to the Emmys? I have a plan for them. You're going to definitely be here for that. And then at 8:30, we'll be back here talking about the Essence Festival of Culture. If they move cities, what cities could they move to? I got some options. Okay. And I think I'm going to pitch this at the top of the show. Because the biggest thing, let me take down Tasha K. Child. She ain't worth my time, attention, or energy. But anyway, I'm going to pitch the Festival 365 at the top of the show. And I think the building I found, y'all, is 18 minutes away from New Orleans. You can't get much closer than that. I know being in the city is important, but Essence being in Louisiana is even more important. So we'll talk about that at 8:30, 6 p.m. Emmys, 8:30 p.m. Essence Festival of Culture. 3 shows in one day. That's what we got for y'all. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love is in right back to you. Congratulations, Cardi B. Got $60,000 before she takes the stage at Essence. That's not a bad weekend. All right, love y'all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that They've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.